Today, guys, I'm going to take you from start to finish on the path I take to get to that spot I've been taking you to the last little while. Sorry for the wind, but I'm on a bike. Hopefully it's not too bad. So this is a path that leads to a much larger paved path that goes right through the woodlot that I'm exploring. I don't know if it's a woodlot or it's an actual forest, but it's right in the middle of a residential area and commercial area. So it's not really a forest per se. Still at the beginning of spring, and not many leaves yet. I'll just stop here for a second and show you this path that I bike through on the way back. Usually throw up some videos soon, but it's really a great path. It's really beautiful in there. Well, let's continue this way. Now this I usually bike up. It's pretty steep. But since I'm holding the camera in my hand, I'm gonna walk it. Just this one time. You can hear the birds singing. It's getting warmer. It's about April at this point. So this way doesn't really go anywhere, but I will explore it with you at some point, because there's a part that goes underneath the road that's right about there. It's for water. And at least at the other side of the road. All this will be full of wildflowers soon. It's a great place to stealth camp in there too. Okay, so now we'll continue along the paved part of this trail. Which is really nicely kept. Some flowers. Flowers coming up. Now there's another trail that goes in there. Actually, there's a bunch of trails. In here, it's not too wide, but that path I showed you a little earlier, that I said I'd take back, it's in there, and there's a nice stream. Now this trail continues for a little bit longer, becomes gravel again in a bit. But what I do is I take a trail that's been created by obviously people walking a lot through the forest with their dogs and biking, I guess, which is just up ahead. Showing you what it looks like without the leaves, because soon all this will be covered. You won't be able to see anything. So at least now you can get a good idea of what it looks like. So the trail continues there, and then I go in right here. can see right over here, it splits. So one part of the trail goes that way, and the other part goes there, which basically travels along the path I just took. So we are gonna go right down here. And this time I'm gonna walk it. One, so you can enjoy the beautiful scenery. And two, because I don't wanna fall while I'm holding my phone or drop my phone. So this is really a beautiful woodlot to explore. So many hidden places to choose from. A lot of fallen trees as well. And right here is where I go in. And so you've seen some of this already. But I'm going to take you along the whole way. But before I do, let's just see where this part of the trail goes. So you can see that the trail continues right down this hill. Now the forest gets really dense over there. I really haven't explored it too much. I have been down there for a bit, and I will take you guys towards that area at some point. And then it leads to a main street. Really nothing growing yet, just buds. So let's turn around and head into my part of the trail, which isn't a trail. Not yet. It's something that I've been working on and clearing. I really doubt many people come this way. But as I further develop the trail, I'm sure people will notice and start using it. All the leaves are still on the ground. Hopefully it doesn't muffle too much my voice. But the sun is out and shining beautifully between the branches of the trees. This is where it gets a little more interesting. You can see I've cleared a bunch of fallen branches and logs to kind of create this unofficial trail. And like I said in previous videos, eventually I'm going to cut through these fallen logs and branches so that we can bike the whole way through. But I think you're just all starting to see this trail forming as I head along it. The leaves are kind of moving to the side. The dirt's getting a bit clearer. So that's it for this part of the trail. Now we have to go right up here, which you've also seen before, but not from start to finish. So let's walk it now. These big guys will likely always be here. So I don't think I'll be able to ever really bike this part of the trail. But that's fine. It's a beautiful walk. Maybe these can be cut. But those big guys, I'd say you need a chainsaw. Sorry for all that bike noise, but I have to lift up my bike every time. I'm doing it while I'm recording with one arm, so good workout, but not the easiest. So there's houses up there, and well, it's true I'm not being very stealthy at this point, given the noise I'm making, as well as the fact that there's no leaves. Those houses really can't see down too much from where they're located. They're much lower down. And anyways, right now I'm just walking through this forest, so not a big deal. Since all these trees fall here quite a bit, I would definitely not do stealth camping here. I'm gonna go up there on the higher ground. There's a field there, but not much cover. Though there are some trees there which I might explore at some point. As you can see, the ton of trees that have fallen over the years. It's I'd say it's pretty wet in there. I don't think the soil can hold these trees in the wind. You can see some huge roots from trees that have fallen over right in there. They're all over the place, to be honest. So while it might be fun to explore that area, I definitely won't camp there. So you see this tree over here? There's a hole that goes right down underneath it. I'm sure it was used or still used by some animals that burrow. I haven't seen any tracks around it, so I don't know, but I'm always a little bit careful just in case a coyote uses it or there's pups in there. And those are the rocks I showed you one of the last episodes I've done. And then we're gonna head that way. So let me just pass this section. And before we go our normal path, I'm just gonna take you up here quickly so I can show you what it looks like. A butterfly or a moth, first one I've seen this spring. You can see some houses over there. I'm gonna go down a little further this way. And take you up this hill, which I also showed you in one of my last videos, which could lead directly to the spot I want to stealth camp in. Like I said, I like to do the prettier, more stealthier version, which is this path. But here, let me take you up here. Left my bike on the main path below for the moment. And I'll show you here. Never been up this specific way before, so we're checking it out together for the first time. There are the houses. I'm not gonna go too far, but if I walk along there at this height, you can see we're at the top of the hill. That'll take me to our camping spot. And I'll see what those trees are eventually, but I'm not going to start from here. It's too open. What I'm going to start doing for you guys is actually showing you how I create this part of the trail, develop it further. With pulled out saw I'll bring, and we can cut through some of this stuff together and see it develop. I'll also, very shortly, as soon as the leaves come back up, bring out my tent, take it to that spot and set it up, put some camo and all the other good stuff around it and see if it actually looks stealthy before I actually do the stealth camp. So that I'll do soon. And of course we're gonna go down that path at some point and explore together. But like I said, this is the path I take. So I'm back at where I dropped off my bike. Up there is where we just went. And I'm sure at this point you guys know where I'm going. You're gonna get to know this forest pretty well with me, because I'm gonna be focusing a lot on it, at least for the first bit of this series. So we're gonna head down that way in a moment, but that's a really beautiful area to explore, and I will take you there soon. I think I'm gonna leave my bike somewhere hidden so I can just do this part walking. I'll probably put it behind that big tree. But right now we're going along the path. I cleared it out a bit already, at least the beginning portion. This we're gonna cut through for sure. I'm just gonna put my bike right over here. I have no idea what's in that part of the forest at all. Haven't been there. Haven't looked into it. But that will be fun. This we're gonna cut through. Or, I don't know, maybe we can get around here. I think the easiest way would be to cut through that, cut through this, and then go this way. Move that out of the way, cut it as well. And this is all the work I have to do over the next few weeks once I get that stall. This I'll have to clear out. And then we'll keep going along this way. Gotta remember to bring a bag next time so I can pick up any cans or bottles I see along the way. I'll try to remember next time. Now here, it gets a little interesting. I think what we'll do is make a turn right there, come down, right up through here. And then right up this way. Might have to move some of the branches out of the way. These little guys. And then we'll head along here, which is pretty nice and open though. Once these little guys start having leaves, I think I will have to move those branches out. And then we're gonna head right up there that you've seen already, because right over there is those few spots for stealth camping I wanna explore with you. But for today, I'm gonna take you a little deeper along this path, which you haven't seen yet, and which I promised to do. All right, so we came from there. Up there at the top of the hill is those trees that I'd like to do the stealth camping in. I might even start doing some bushcrafting up there. I'm a novice, so we're gonna learn together. I'd kind of like to build some type of shelter. I don't know if that's too ambitious at this point or not. But we'll see. So if we head down this path, again, you can see how those trees have fallen over. There's another one. I haven't biked this path at all yet. So I'm kind of charting this with you as we speak. But this looks like as good a path as ever. And while we walk this part together, I'll kind of give you a little of my backstory of why I'm doing this. So since I was a kid, I loved being outdoors. We had a cottage, we still have it. I used to love exploring the area, right on the lake. And I've always liked biking. And recently started coming across, and I know you guys are gonna get tired of hearing this, because I'm sure every stealth camper has mentioned his name. I came across Steve Wallace's channel, and it just got me so excited. I loved watching it. It was relaxing. It was interesting, it was exciting, and it was out in nature. And then I started finding some other channels like Off Camping. It's the UK fellow who is doing a lot of roundabout camping, and some other guys, Lot Outdoors, Hidden Hammock. And I just started exploring the areas nearby, and then I got a bike, started biking, and I started recording my hikes and rides just because I wanted to. Now I have a ton of these, and I want to put them together for you guys. Dog out there, I know. So let me take a break for a minute and tell you where we're at. Eventually we're going to explore. There's a kind of valley area down there. I don't know what's happened here. It looks really like there was a fire here. This is new. But down that way, I found a way to connect to another entrance to this forest. So if you want to bike, typically, you actually can't through this forest. You have to get out at some point, take the streets, and then go in through the other entrance, and there's a huge area. But I plan on creating this path all the way to the other entrance, and then that forest is has a whole bunch of other things I want to explore with you guys. Like, it's quite big, and there's a part that goes underneath a main road and leads to a whole other area which I don't think anybody's been in. So that's what we're gonna eventually get to this summer. But for now, I'm just gonna head back and continue my story. Really, this is interesting. I wonder if lightning hit here, or this was a controlled fire. No idea. Anyways, before we head back, I'll just show you this place. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep the next part of the story for my next video. Get you guys to come back. But I will just show you a little more of this part. So you can see there's a hill up there. That's the part that connects to where I'm going to stealth camp. We will check that part out. There's houses right along there behind these trees. This is a little bit of the valley I'm going to continue on. And then, like I said, it leads to the other path. It even smells like smoke here. It must have been when we had crazy lightning not too long ago. I mean, I've never seen this. I've been here before. I've never really noticed this or smelt this smoky smell. The beautiful sounds of nature. You know what, as we head back, I'll go up this part of the hill, which looks like it's all been burnt as well. Hopefully this will lead me to leads me right up this part where I will do my stealth camp hopefully this summer. I really need to get some leaves back on these trees. So a few episodes ago we looked some of these areas, but because they're on a hill, they didn't look too great. We just walked right that path. Right that path. I don't know if that's proper English, but you know what I mean. And we're up here at the top. Normally, I come from down there. I use that big fallen tree as a point of reference. I climb up here. And we head right up to those trees and those trees, which I won't show you now. Since nothing has changed much since last week. I want you to see this whole beautiful forest, woodlot, right in the center of the city. Alright, I'm gonna head back to my bike now. Okay guys, we're right about to get back onto the main trail. So thanks so much for joining me on this mini adventure. And be sure to like and subscribe for more content if you like this kind of stuff. Stealth exploration and stealth camping eventually. And I hope to see you guys back soon. And I promise to give you part 2 of that story.